DL say she went after my wife. She went after my daughters. I want to really be clear who I went after so that there's no confusion here. When I was on stage, when I'm on stage and we are performers, we are performing to the audience in front of us. When I was on that stage and I said it must be hard to perform oral sex.
But differently.
Okay, on a coward. That had nothing to do with Mrs. Hughley. That insult was directed straight to you, DL. That had nothing to do with your wife. That was straight to you. So it felt like you were trying to pass it off as if I was going after your wife. When it comes to your daughter, to the baby that you did a post about, you did an interview about, I didn't do that interview. I simply reposted what you said. So when you say, Monique, you went after my daughter, that's untrue, DL. I posted what you said. And then when you said when you were really going for it with your shades on, and you said, Monique said, I stood by and watched my daughter be raped. DL Hughley, that's your conscience talking to you, brother. I never said that. I never said that. And I want to be a little clear about something else. Never would I try to do anything to harm any of your babies, because we got babies too. So never would I try to do anything to harm your children. However, what I was saying to your daughter and to the other daughters out there, I know what it's like for your daddy to know you've been touched and he not protect you, because my daddy did the same thing. That's what that whole point was. But I was showing why I would call you a coward, brother. I don't think it's brave. I said what I was saying.
All right. I'm taking time to respond to Monique again. She made another greasy video with her daddy. We kind of relitigating some of the stuff she said on Club Shay Shay, where she talked about how she was on the show and somebody, they played a game, Would You Rather? And I guess she felt like they insulted her husband's sexuality, which is interesting because she can always talk to everybody else's sexuality. But I guess her husband's sacrosanct. He's off limits. But a hit dog will bark unless his mouth is full. But she talked about, well, she didn't actually call her lawyer. Who the would be afraid of your lawyer? Your lawyer, you mean the lawyer that did your contract? That lawyer, the lawyer from the firm of Negro from Ghetto Got Him and Gone, that lawyer? Who the him? He couldn't get your name right on the ticket. He gonna get it right on a legal document. It didn't happen because we decided it shouldn't happen. You didn't need to, because we respect people. We don't have to do things for clicks. They took it off because you asked me to. Because I respected you at the time. You also talked about how I disrespect you on so many platforms. But you have this impeccable memory where you can tell to the degree, well, who did what to you and why and what happened, where you were. But you can't pull up one time on any platform that I said anything about you at all, because you know you're lying. You got that piece of paper and that big memory, but you can't pull one up. My biggest mistake is saying yes to you. I should have said no when you you couldn't come on my radio show. I should have said no that I wasn't playing those dates with you. As a matter of fact, almost anybody who says yes to you at some point is in this milieu with you. Almost anybody. So I would suggest anybody out there, you can say yes to drugs, but say no to Monique. You talked about how, my children, families are off limits. They weren't when you were running across Vegas. The stage in Detroit. They weren't when you talked on social media. When you got your whip and your tickets dropped, then they became off limits. But let's do this. Let's decide that you will treat my children like you treat yours, like you don't know them, invisible, like you have no relationship with them, like you're estranged, you're unfamiliar, like you don't know them. You also intimated that I was a coward. You know what I'd never do? I would never let my woman take care of me. I would never let my woman get evicted from her apartment. I would never let my woman has to ask another man for money. I'd never do that. Can your old man say the same? He loves you. Of course, he got to say that. You claim him on your taxes. He's a dependent. He's sitting there with you right now. And everything. Because it ain't like he does anything else. But you never address the salient point. I said that if you spent as much time writing your Netflix special as you did arguing about getting it, it wouldn't have been trash. It was. I didn't say it. I defy anybody out there. Stop listening to me. Watch it. Read the reviews. Read the reviews. You begged for something. You made valid points that women are underpaid, that they're not valued. That's absolutely right. So you would think that when you got a chance to do something that you could argue for, you'd be up for the challenge, but you bed because you never are ready for it, because all you ever do is complain about what you don't have. You're never ready for the moment because you're always living in the past. I said it. If you spend half of your time doing as opposed to talking about who didn't do for you and what they did for you, you'd be a lot further along. You wouldn't be evicted. You wouldn't be working for your man. You wouldn't be asking other comics for money. So you got all the ingredients. Take that piece of paper that you're running down the list with, and that pen that you got, and that daddy sitting next to you, and do what you can't do what you never do. Write a joke.
Hey, what's up, y'all? So, after Monique decided to go on Club Shay with Shannon Sharpe, she dissed DL Hughley and a lot of comedians, and now they're all mad. Of course, if someone comes after you, are you just gonna stand there and not doing anything? Of course not. So, if someone disses you, you're gonna clap back and you're gonna say something slick. And that is exactly what DL Hughley did. He recorded this video. It was 2 minutes that I showed y'all yesterday, and he dissed Monique back. So now they're going back and forth, and they're dissing their family members, boyfriends, girlfriends, daughters, and this is turning ugly real quick. And this is the last thing that I want to see. I don't want to see legends such as DL Hughley fighting with Monique, and Monique is of course a legend herself. And these past couple of years has been really tough for Monique because she decided to speak up against Hollywood, specifically against Tyler Perry. And Tyler Perry, he allegedly blackballed her, so she's not been able to get a lot of jobs in Hollywood, but she still has been managed to get by somehow. And I'm not sure whose idea this was, if it was Monique's idea to call Club Shay and said that she wanted to do an interview and diss all the comedians, or if it was Shannon Sharpe's people who called Monique. So my solution for this, after my assessment of watching these videos, is just say sorry. Y'all both hurt each other's feelings, and just say y'all sorry and move on, because there's no need to be fighting against each other. Instead of doing that, y'all can go on a comedy tour together and make a lot of money. And I actually want to know what y'all think about this. Are you on Monique's side, or are you on DL Hughley's side? Make sure to leave a comment, like this video, and watch the next videos.